Good morning, Miss Barber here. This lesson is titled Average Value of a Function. We're familiar with averages or mean averages. For example, if you needed to compute an average of your exam grades, you'd add up each exam grade and divide by the total number of exams. If your exam grades were 92, 85, and 96, you would add those three grades together, divide by 3, and your average is 91. How might we compute the average temperature during the day? We could theoretically have infinitely many temperature readings. For such situations, we have the average value of a function formula. The definition: if f is an integrable function on the closed interval from a to b, we define the average value or mean of f over the closed interval from a to b by, our notation is f with a bar over it, equals 1 divided by the quantity b minus a times the integral from a to b of f of x dx. Example: find the average of f of x equals 1 plus the square root of x over the closed interval from 0 to 4. We begin this by recognizing that we need the average value, so let's go ahead and identify and write that formula. F bar is equal to 1 divided by the quantity b minus a times the integral from a to b of f of x dx. Now let's put in our values. This would be equal to 1 divided by 4 minus 0. That's our closed interval. We integrate from 0 to 4. And for f of x, we've got 1 plus, and instead of writing the square root of x, let's go ahead and write it as x to the power of 1/2 dx. Now integrate. 1 divided by 4 minus 0 is just 1/4. The integral of 1 is x, and we integrate x to the 1/2. That power becomes x to the 3/2, and the constant would be 2/3. Now we need to evaluate this integral from 0 to 4. The 1/4 stays put. We'll put in a 4 every place there is an x, so we got 4 plus 2/3 times 4 to the 3/2 is 16/3 minus x plus 2/3 x to the power of 3/2 evaluated at 0 is just 0. Get a common denominator to add 4 and 16/3, and that'll give us 1/4, the constant still stays put, times 28/3, and the product of 1/4 times 28/3 is 7/3. So the average value of this function over 0 to 4 is 7/3.